Castle Mountain. Joyama, Castle Mountain. There was a castle up there 700 years ago. That's why we went to check it out as a metal detecting prospect. It's near Grandma's house. Maybe the wife could drop me off here, take the girls to Grandma's for the day, and pick me up in the afternoon. Nice idea, but that will now not be happening, ever. I might come here with a male friend, but not alone, not alone. I'm a little afraid that my wife would come to pick me up and not be able to find me because someone else might pick me up, and take me home. We got up to here, parked here. I was very disappointed, very, very angry to see dumping. I don't think it's illegal dumping. I think these people own this land, but still, even if it's legal, that doesn't make it right. This is bad. Some of these are castle stones. Maybe even megaliths. You can see the dump site here. Now, I gave strict instructions. Girls, stay together. Stay with Mummy. Mummy, stay with the girls. I'm going up the hill just a little bit. This was strange. Healthy sapling just toppled over on the road. Why? I saw a couple of these. The road up to the castle is about here. It's overgrown, and I was able to see 5 large trees, lying across the road. And how far could I see? 50, maybe 60 yards, not 100 yards. That's a lot of trees to be falling down, all in the same direction, all perpendicular to the road, lying across the road like traffic barricades. And I got the impression that maybe they were traffic barricades. Does someone live up there now? Some miserable, antisocial person? Was someone, like me, disgusted by this dumping? Is this someone's idea of a conservation effort? Was this maybe a child imitating his father? I decided to rejoin my family, and there was a stink around them, a bad smell, the smell of feces. Now, it smelled like old fermented feces, like kind of like what you get when you're driving behind a honey wagon. Not fresh, if you know the difference. And it came out of nowhere. There was no bad smell as we drove in past all these houses. There was no bad smell as we drove up here. There was no bad smell as we got out and looked around. There was no bad smell on my little scout trip up the mountain. The bad smell just came and enveloped my family while I was out of sight. A little spooky, but I don't think my family was in danger. I'll tell you why. We have a real bad problem with people disappearing here in Hiroshima. Second highest rate in the country, second out of 47. The very highest is Nara. Also, Nara has the highest percentage of uninhabitable land, 90%. 90% uninhabitable. The missing person phenomenon here in Japan is a problem of the countryside, the forests, and the mountains, not the cities. It's not crime, not human crime. Hiroshima's cases conform to a pattern where every time that I can ascertain where a person disappeared, the wind is always blowing toward the tree line, toward the forest, toward the mountain. Every single case. Except when it's raining. Then the wind rule is not in play. I think if a Hibagon's going to get you, you're not going to see it or smell it coming. Also, groups are safe as long as everyone can see everyone. Everyone must be able to see everyone. Don't be last in line. Also, large and fat people are safe. Every single disappeared person is medium size at most, as Japanese police define medium. Most are small or extra small. My wife is medium in Japan, and she takes a large child size in Canada. I'm only medium in Canada, but double or triple large here, so I feel relatively safe alone, at least intellectually. And the girls are relatively safe as long as they stick right with Mummy, and Mummy sticks right with them. And anyway, people live here. People work outdoors here. My wife, as a little girl, ran and played all around here. Grandma, as a little girl, walked miles to school here, through the forest roads. The Hibagon aren't hell-bent on grabbing people all the time. They can't be. They can't be trying to get as many as they can get. It's a low-level, but chronic problem. In terms of absolute raw numbers, it's not a lot of people, but every one is a world ended for that one person and for everyone who loved that one person. I don't take it lightly. We try to stay safe. Of course, it's hard to manage risk when you don't know all the risks, but we're not going to be prisoners, afraid to leave the house. Well, we left from there, and we left the smell behind us. Other than that, we saw and heard nothing. Just the strong, sure, unlocalized smell of fermented old feces that came out of nowhere. There's not much online about this castle, but I did find this about the mountain. It's known as a habitat of giant snakes. Apparently, one farmer was cutting grass around here, and he found what he thought was a fallen tree. Nope, it was a giant snake. He estimated that it was 5 meters long. And apparently these stories of giant snakes go back many, many, many years. Now that hit me. It should hit you too if you've been following this channel and being a good student. Giant snakes. I'll give you a couple seconds. The manager of the Mount Hiba, best known habitat of the Hibagon, Japanese Bigfoot. The manager of the Mount Hiba Prefectural Forest told me personally that he thought the Hibagon came out of one corner of that mountain where he, the forest manager, has seen gigantic animals. Regular animals, just with a bad case of gigantism. He mentioned gigantic rabbits and gigantic snakes. His story, not mine, but he was not having me on. He was serious. My wife was there, listening to the man, watching him. She agrees. He was serious. He was sincere. That part of Mount Hiba that the manager was talking about, I'll just tell you in English. It translates to Snake Lord or Dragon Lord Mountain. This forest manager sees gigantic snakes on Snake Lord Mountain or Dragon Lord Mountain. Again, truth in names. Truth in advertising. Now, I was also independently looking at Snake Lord Mountain as a possible home turf of the Hibagon because of its isolation, food supply, and plentiful water, good water, including moving, mineral-rich water. When your job is running up and down mountains all day, you develop enormous muscles. Enormous muscles need a lot of electrolytes. So we were both looking at the same place, but for different reasons. I want to get in there this spring. Well, here we have a mountain with a reputation for giant snakes in an area with stick structures and enormous timber structures that no man could make or Photoshop. There is another Snake Lord Mountain or Dragon Lord Mountain here in Jinseki. Well, of course there is. It's 5 miles from here. The poo smell, my family agrees it was human or close to human. Elder girl says, not human but close to human. Not human but close to human. Out of the mouths of babes. But we all agree it was not animal. It was human or close to human. And it was unmixed. Sometimes you hear people talk of the smell of feces and being mixed with other smells like rotting meat, whatever. No, this was only the smell of poo, feces, unmixed with anything, not chemicals or anything else. Well, in short, the geology is different. Mount Hiba is up in the granite Chugoku Mountains. We are still in limestone formations here. Apart from that, it looks just like the area around Mount Hiba. You have all the same resources and amenities, even the giant snakes. You have protected spaces. Well, well, well. Look at this. Hibagon Protection Area. I don't think I'll be coming back here. Certainly not alone. Maybe that road up to the castle should have a trail cam on it. Tell me what you think. If I do come back, I'm going to be wearing those snake gaiters. And that's all I got for Castle Mountain. Okay, thank you.